One of the nicest features in the gradebook is the ability to color code your gradebook so that it's very easy just for a glance to see how your students are doing, how they fared on a particular assignment, who's struggling in the class. And you can do this by color coding your gradebook. So I'm going to show you how to do this very quickly. Just go to Manage, and from Manage go to Grading Color Codes. And go ahead and click on that, Grading Color Codes. And it will take you to this page right here, and you'll see, in a sense, you have three fields. First, make sure you enable grading color codes. This is the #1 mistake that faculty make, so go ahead and check off to enable it first. You can actually color code the status, like for example, if you want things to display in a particular color, if they are awaiting a grade, like you might want to say that that's going to be blue, and things will appear in blue for you to identify those things in the gradebook that you want to grade. So you can set that up if you would like. Okay. Well, that's in progress. I'm going to switch that one. Take that back to white. I'm going to put needs grading because I think that one is the one that more faculty might be interested in color coding. Okay, and then grade ranges. And if you notice, this is where we're going to spend most of our time, but notice where you see this button, Add Criteria. So go ahead and click Criteria. And depending upon how you want to set these ranges will determine how many criteria. So I'm going to set 3 different criteria in my class. And you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. So the first thing I want to display is that anyone, and I want you to stay in have everything, the criteria set between grades. So you'll see what I mean. Any student who scores between a 0 and in my class, let's say 59.999. So these are all the students that scored an F. Don't make sure you put 59.999, right under 60%. And I'm going to make sure in my gradebook that displays in red. So I'm looking for red. So that means any score that is F will show up in my class as red. You may decide to pick a different color. Okay. The next one I want to do would be anyone who scores between 60.000. You follow what I'm doing here? And 69.999. So anyone who scored a D in my class, it'll show up in yellow. I'm going to use traffic symbols. It's just easier. See what I did wrong. Let me go back. Yellow. There we go. And my last one, and you know where I'm going here, anyone who scores a 70 to, notice what I'm going to do here, not 100, because sometimes I've noticed if I use 100, it won't show. So I'm going to say 101, even though that's impossible, right? So I'm going to make that one green. So I don't have to worry about those students. They passed that particular assignment. So in my grade book, I don't even have to think about it. A red means the student failed an assignment. Yellow means they still failed it, but they were at a D, and that tells me I probably need to have a conversation with them. And green, 70 or above. And you can change, you may decide that you want to see A's and B's and C's. You can separate this and add as much criteria as you want. For me, this is pretty much all I need to see. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. First, double check, make sure I have enabled the grading color codes. And you saw the grade book originally when I first logged on, so let's take a look at it now. See that? So now, and again, I know faculty love this because now I can actually see my students are doing relatively well. And again, these are fake scores, by the way. I put these in myself. You can see this student is struggling a bit. You see that? So got a D on one, F, passed that one, failed that one, did better, but slipping back, you see? And so that's what makes this feature so nice. So I hope that you take advantage of this great feature in Blackboard and it helps you to be even more efficient as an instructor.